everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make these little baby skipper underwears, or diapers, whatever you want to call them. I call them little underwears, but I mean like they do make cute little diapers. And I'm going to show you how I crocheted this. Now keep in mind, I do not actually have the hook that I use specifically for this one, but we are going to be using this one, which is a size 0.75 mm, which I think is millimeters. I could be wrong, but that is the size that we are using. And I'm also going to be using this crocheting thread. It is a thinner one. It is a thinner one compared to the other ones that I have, and I will show you the difference. So here's the string with the light blue that's thin, and then here's this one, which is teal, and it's a little bit thicker. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but the teal is definitely a little bit thicker. Since it's Christmas time, I'm going to be using a green, and again, the hook is 0.75 millimeters, and to get started, I am going to make a loop on my finger like this. It's going to make a little O, and then we're going to insert our hook from right here. We're going to pull up, and then we're going to do that. I'm going to link some videos down below that explains it a little bit better than I explain it. So now to get started, I'm going to go ahead and chain as many as I need around here. So we're going to start off with one chain. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's see how big it is around the baby's waist. So we're at 16 so far, and I'm gonna do 18 just to be on the safe side. I'd rather it be a little big than too snug. So 17, 18. So as you can see, we have our chain one right there, and we're going to take our hook and we are just going to insert it like so. Then we're going to have our string in this finger over here on this other hand, and we are going to dip our hook like so, and we're just going to pull through, and then you will have 2 loops on your hook. Okay, that is a single crochet once you pull the string like this through both of the loops. That is a single crochet. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to continue to do it all the way down each of the chains. Okay, but I would also like to mention, while I'm doing this, that I'm using a different size hook, so it definitely depends on the size hook you use, along with the size yarn that you use. I don't know the size yarn of this. I just know it's pretty skinny, like a worm. I know it's not too thick. It's not regular yarn. This is crocheting thread. You can also use embroidery floss too. If you can't find any crocheting thread, you can find this at Walmart and Hobby Lobby, and I'm sure there's other craft places where you can find this as well. So just keep that in mind, and they come in a variety of colors for sure. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause you guys, and I'm going to meet you down at the end. So we are at our last chain, and we're just going to single crochet it. And now you have 2 loops, and you just pull through like you normally would single crochet. But to join it so it goes around like this, we are going to connect it. So how I go about connecting it is, here's our tail. Like, we don't need that right now, but we're not going to cut it off yet either, because if we cut it off, it's going to be like a big jumble mess, and then all our hard work, it's going to be trash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. We're going to find that extra stitch right here. That is like at the end where we began. We're going to slide it in like this, and then we have our string like this. we're just going to slide it through like we are single crocheting, but we're just going to slip it through, okay? And that is how we join the round, okay? And make sure it's not all wonky. Try and manipulate it by fixing it so it's not all crooked, because we want it to be nice and smooth, because we don't want it to be knotted unless that's like the design that you're going for, but that's not the design I'm going for. So I'll meet you back here. So to start off with row number 2, we're going to chain 1, because we're doing single crochet, so only chain 1. And now we're just going to slip it in, and we're just going to single crochet all the way around like we normally did before we joined it into rounds. So we're just going to continue to single crochet into all the stitches. Try not to miss a stitch or anything. And you can tell when you miss a stitch, like here for instance, I will show you. You can tell I missed a stitch because there's a hole. So to take that stitch apart, you just do that. I mean, like, it's really simple to fix your missed up stitches. Okay, so now we are close to the end of the round. As you can see, I have like a couple more stitches. So I'm just going to go ahead and single crochet. Here's our beginning stitch. Our beginning stitch is like right here. So I have one more single crochet right here to do. And how we join that is we insert our hook into the stitch that we want to join into, which is the first one right here, and slip it through. And then you're just going to single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet again as many times as you need. For instance, this one I did it about 4 times. I mean, like, it is really harder to tell single stitches, at least for me it is, because on the double crochet and even the half double crochet, which I haven't showed you guys how to do that yet, but the double crochet, you can see they're a lot bigger and you can definitely see them a lot more. This I actually did, I think, 5 or 6, but see, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I did 5. So you can definitely tell on here versus on the light blue, I guess, but I'm just going to do 4 for the band of the diaper slash underwear. Okay, so I already did my 4 rows for the belly, like right here around the belly and the booty. So now to make this area right here, you're going to trim it. So you're going to go ahead and trim your tail and leave a good sized tail. You don't want it to be too small. Go ahead and trim it like so, and then you still have that loop on your hook, and you can just pull and the tail will come through like that. And we're going to go ahead and weave in this, which how I weave it in is I just insert my hook into one of the stitches and I just pull it through, and then I just keep doing that over and over and over and over again until it's secure, because I don't want it to pop. But you can also do it a different way too, which I will show you here in a second. So right now, let's count. Sorry, the baby's upside down. Okay, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 4 stitches for this area. So you can count the booty. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 4. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to use stitch markers. Again, in a previous video when I showed how to do the sweater, I showed you these. These look like safety pins, and you totally could use safety pins for this too. These are actually stitch markers, and I am just going to start from the back, and you can tell where the back is because you have your little tail. Okay, and you can tell, like, this was like the first row that you did. That's going to be like where the belly's at, and this is like where we're going to start stitching because the stitches are a little bit more loose. So to insert it, you're going to find where it's connected. This is the half. So as you can see, there's 2 on this side and there's 2 on this side, so you're going to start with by marking the 2. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit more. So I'm going to start with 2 stitches over here. Okay, there's 1, and then I'm going to have another stitch marker to show you where the other, you're going to start from. So you have 2 here, and then there's 3 and 4 inserted in the 4th one. And that is how much you're actually going to start stitching. So you're just going to start off by joining your yarn with your yarn ball or whatever. And you're just going to insert, you can move the stitch holder. Okay, so now you're going to insert your hook as if it's already a stitch, which it technically already is. And you're just going to have your yarn like you usually do, and you're just going to pull it through. Now you have a tail that you need to hide, and this is also going to keep your stitches tight because you don't want them too loose. So we're going to go ahead and chain 1. Then you're going to go ahead and single crochet 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is in that stitch holder. Pull the stitch marker, and there's 4, and you can go ahead and remove your stitch marker because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so that's basically all that you do, and and since we're not joining around or anything, you're just going to chain 1 after you meet your 4th stitch, and then you're going to turn it around, and you're going to go ahead and chain 1 and then single crochet 4 times. 2, 3, and you are doing tiny work, so 4. And you're just going to continue to do this, chain 1 and then single crochet 4 times, and chain 1, single crochet 4 times. And I did it, we're going to count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do about 6 rows, and I will meet you back here and I'll let you know how many rows I actually did. So I did about 7 rows, and now I'm going to show you how you would join it to the front of the diaper / underwear. So go ahead and do that. Like, here's the front right here, and you're just going to fold it over like this, and then you can insert it with your hook, or you could go ahead and pull your stitch like we did before. Pull it up a little bit, cut off your string like that, and then you have your string, and then you don't have to worry about it, and then you can just use your tapestry needle, which I will show you. This is your tapestry needle. You can find these at Walmart or any craft store, really, and you just insert your tail, and it's still connected to this part. Okay, that's in my way. Okay, and then you just put it up close so you know like where about you want it, and then you go ahead and stitch it like you do. Just go ahead and stitch it like so, and just weave it in and out and go into the next stitch, and you'll do this about 4 times because there's 4 stitches. So you just continue to do that, closing it up, and I would go over it about a couple more times until your tail is gone, but also because it secures the area. Like, you don't have to worry about it popping any stitches or anything if you continue to do this. And you can use any size needle. I'm just using this big one because I don't know where my other ones are. So just continue to do that. And I know it's very green and you probably can't see it too good, but this is literally what I do. Just go like that. So it's basically done like right now, but I'm going to reinforce the stitches because I don't want it to pop. I don't want all my hard work to go to waste, you know? So I'll meet you back here. So this is what it looks like on the baby, and if you want to stop here at the underwear, you can. But now if you want to start making some pants, I'm going to show you this part right now. So to get started, go ahead and undress your baby. Baby has the little thingies, little underwears off. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to single crochet all the way around, and we're going to make a round like we did around the waistband. We're going to do that for the leg. And how we do that is, I like to start right here at the bottom of it, like you got this little lump, and I like to start right here, find a stitch, and insert my hook, and I just trying to show you guys. So I just insert right there, and then I take my yarn and I pull it through. Try to make sure it stays on the hook. Come on, Erica. Okay, just pull it through the stitch, and then you get this, okay? And again, we have like, let me zoom out a little bit. So then we have like this little tail, and we're going to weave it in so it won't be a problem, because you don't want to lose that little tail, because that little tail could mess up everything, and we don't want it to mess up anything. So hold on to your little tail, pinch your finger like that, so it's like insert. So there's the little tail, here's our working yarn, and then we got our stitch right here. So go ahead and chain one, and then you're going to find your next stitch, which it looks like my next stitch is right here, and you're just going to single crochet, and we're also hiding this little tail so while we are single crocheting. And go ahead and do that all the way around, and I'm going to show you how you do that. You just keep finding the stitches. We're on our last stitch. And to join it, we are going to insert our hook into that first stitch. And you're just going to grab your working yarn, pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to grab that string and you're going to pull through, and then go ahead and chain 1. And then you can continue to go all the way around, single crocheting in the rounds, and once you finish one round, then you would just chain 1 and continue. Future Erica here. I did about 4 to 5 rounds for the pantling total, and then I just slip stitched it and I weaved in my tail after I had cut it off. And that is all that is to making these little bitty crocheting pants. And if you do this, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment down below if you recreate this look, and I'll see you next time.